विनायक नमस्तुभ्यं सततं मोदक प्रिय निर्विघ्नं कुरु नो देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारंभं करिष्यामः सिद्धिर्भवतु नो सदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णुः गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुः साक्षात् परं ब्रह्म तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः। श्रीराम राम रामेति रमे रामे मनोरमे सहस्रनाम तत्तुल्यं राम नाम वरानने आपदामपहर्तारं दातारं सर्वसंपदां लोकाभिरामं श्रीरामं भूयो भूयो नमाम्यहम्। रामाय रामभद्राय रामचन्द्राय वेधसे रघुनाथाय नाथाय सीतायाः पतये नमः। श्रीराघवं दशरथात्मजमप्रमेयम् सीतापतिं रघुकुलान्वयरत्नदीपम् आजानुबाहुमरविन्ददलायताक्षं रामं निशाचर विनाशकरं नमामि। श्रीरघुराम चारुतुलसीदलधाम शमक्षमादिशृङ्गारगुणाभिराम त्रिजगन्नत शौर्य रमाललाम दुर्वारुकबन्धराक्षसविराम जगज्जनकल्मषार्णवोत्तारकनाम भद्रगिरिदाशरथी करुणापयोनिधि आञ्जनेयमतिपाटलाननं काञ्चनाद्रिकमनीय विग्रहं पारिजाततरुमूलवासिनं भावयामि पवमाननन्दनं यत्र यत्र रघुनाथकीर्तनं तत्र तत्र कृतमस्तकाञ्जलिं बाष्पवारि परिपूर्णलोचनं मारुतिं नमत राक्षसान्तकं बुद्धिर्बलं यशोधैर्यं निर्भयत्वमरोगता अजाड्यं वाक्पटुत्वं च हनुमत्स्मरणात् भवेत्। कूजन्तं राम रामेति मधुरं मधुराक्षरम् आरुह्य कविताशाखां वन्दे वाल्मीकिकोकिलम्। So last time, does anyone remember where we stopped?
I think
Dasharatha Raja
sends his Janak Raja sends his messenger to Ayodhya to inform about the Rama breaking the Shivadhanas.
Yeah, Ashamam Prati Mithilam Prati Prasthitum Sa Sankalpitavan.
So that was 68th Sarga. In the 69th Sarga, Dasharatha finally invites all his ministers, his army, his treasuries, right? All of them are invited and they are lined up and they go in a big barat, big procession. They take 4 days to reach Mithila. They reach and they rest there for that evening. That's where it ended. 69th Sarga ended. So let's continue with the 70th Sarga. अथ सप्ततितमः सर्गः ततः प्रभाते जनकः कृतकर्मा महर्षिभिः उवाच वाक्यं वाक्यज्ञः शतानन्दं पुरोहितम्. So tatah prabhate, after that the next morning, kritakarma janakaha. Kritakarma, see, every time Valmiki keeps reminding us kritakarma, krutahnikam, apaupasprushya. He uses several of these Vedic terms to show that even kings were so anushtana, Rajarshis. That's why they were called Rajarshis. They were not just luxury enjoying fellows. They were also Rishis, just taking up the Kshatra responsibility. So they would also do Kruta Karma. They have done their morning karma. Sandhyavandanam, all other Anushtanam, Pujadikam, etc. So Kruta Karma, having done their karma of the morning, Maharshibhihi, along with Maharshis, Uvacha Vakyam Vakyajnaha. He said this sentence, Vakyajnaha. So he keeps saying some of these common vakyam vakyajnah, vakyajno vakyavidam. Such ones he says. That means to say a sentence, you should be aware of that knowledge, of that language, of that communication skills. So vakyajnah doesn't necessarily mean knower of sentences. What it means is knower of communication, knower of articulation, very good in articulation. So vakyajnah vakyam uvacha. Who did he say that vakyam to? To Purohitam Shatanandam. To his Purohita, who is Shatananda. Who is Shatananda? Who is Shatananda?
I'm trying to recollect. I think I know.
Son of Gautama Maharshi.
Oh, yes, yes, son of Gautama.
Gautama's son. Ahalya and Gautama's son is Shatananda. So Shatanandam Purohitam Vakyajnah Vakyam Uvacha. What did he say? Bhrata Mama Mahateja.
Bhrata mamate mahateja.
Viryavan Atidharmikaha.
Viryavan atidharmikaha.
Kushadhvaja iti khyataha.
Kushadhvaja iti khyataha.
Purim Adhyavasat Shubham.
Purim madhyavascha chucham.
So he started saying this. Mama Bhrata, my brother, Mahateja, is also very valorous person, very powerful person. Viryavan, very strong, valorous person. Ati dharmikaha, very dharmika person. Kushadhvaja iti khyataha is popularly known by the name Kushadhvaja. Purim Adhyavasat Shubham. He lives in that city, Puri, in that city, which is a very pious city, very good city, neat city, clean city. Purim, Shubham Purim Adhyavasat means Adhivasat, Adhi-avasat. What kind of a city is it? Varya Phalaka Paryantam.
Varya Phalaka Paryantam.
Piban Ikshumatim Nadim.
Pibanti Ikshumatim Nadim.
Sankashyam Punya Sankasham.
Sankyasham Punya Sankasham.
Vimanamiva Pushpakam.
Vimanamiva Pushpakam.
So that city, that Purim, Shubham Purim, Adhyavasat, he said. So what kind of a city it is? Varya Phalaka Paryantam. Varya means Varanam is the root there. Varanam means resisting. So it would resist. This city is so properly, so well built that and guarded, boundaries surrounded, that Shatrus cannot easily enter it. Varya Phalaka Paryantam. So there, here also it says Varya Malaka Amala Paryanteshu. So Varanam from Shatrus. It is well protected from any invasions from the enemies. So Paryant, till the boundaries of the city, nobody can enter. Paryantam. Piban Ikshumatim Nadim. That city had this Ikshumati Nadi. By name it is Ikshumati, but it also means Ikshu is sugar cane, right? So the water was so sweet that that river sound or tastes, the water of that river sounds like sugar cane, so sweet. So Ikshumatim Nadim Piban Sankashyam. The name of that city is Sankashi is the name. So in that city is Sankashyam, Saptami Vibhakti. Punya Sankasham. That name of the city itself is Sankashi because it was glowing. Sankashaha means Prakashaha. It was glowing like Punya Sankashaha. It was like looking like a pristine city, like a divine city. So it is also called Sankashi. Sankashyam Punya Sankasham Vimanamiva Pushpakam. It was so spacious as Pushpaka Vimana. Iva means like Pushpakam Vimanam. So spacious like Pushpakam Vimanam. We know, right? Pushpaka Vimana is like infinite space, meaning it can keep expanding. It can keep growing in size based on the number of occupants that keep entering it. So also this city was so spaciously built that any number of people could live there. That is the idea of the description there, of the analogy there. And so, tamaham drashtumichhami.
Tamam drashtumichhami.
Yajna Gopta Same Tataha.
Yajna Gopta Same Tataha.
Pritim Sopi Mahateja.
Pritim Sopi Mahateja.
Imam Bhokta Maya Saha.
Imam Bhokta Maya Saha.
So he said, such Kushadhvaja, who is my brother, Tam Aham Drashtumichhami. I would like to meet with him. I would like to see him. Why? Because Saha Yajna Gopta me. He is, I want him to be the protector of my yajna that is going on, that is almost coming to an end now. I want him to be, and he has been, and I want him to be the main Yajna Gopta, main protector of the yajna. Yajna Gopta Same Tataha Pritim Sopi Mahateja Imam Bhokta Maya Saha. Also, I want him, Bhokta means Bhogam Yah Prapnoti Saha Bhokta. One who gets the experience is Bhokta, experiencer. So I want him to be the I want him also to share this joy of this good news that I have, that Dashratha is here, that his children are here, that I'm proposing. So some of the cultural values that we learn in all these Shubha Karyas, we should involve our families, our brothers, siblings, etc. So Janaka is inviting his brother to come participate in this proposal, in this engagement program. So Pritim, Imam Pritim, Mahateja Saha Api Maya Saha Bhokta. I want him also to be part of this happy engagement event. Eva Mukte tu Vachane.
Eva Bhukte tu Vachane.
Shatanandasya Sannidhau.
Yata Shatanandasya Sannidhau.
Agata Kechidavyagra.
Agata Kechidravyagra.
Janakastan Samadishat.
Janakastyan Samadishat.
Don't read, listen and repeat. So, Eva Mukte tu Vachane. After, this is called Sati Saptami in Sanskritam, which means in saying this, which means after that, after saying that, after Janaka said this to his people, Shatanandasya Sannidhau, in his very presence of Shatananda, Kechid Avyagraha Agatah, some of the attendants, some of the workers, some of the staff of Janaka have arrived there. Janakaha tan samadishat. Janaka has ordered them to do, so he has ordered them to saying, hey, go bring my brother. I want him also to participate in this joyful event of both completion of the yajna as well as the next event that I have planned. Shashanatu Narendrasya.
Sashanatu Narendrasya
Prayayuh Shigravajivihi
Prayahyu Shigravajivihi
Samanetum Naravyagram
समानेतुं नरव्याघ्रं
Vishnumindrajnaya yatha
विष्णुमिन्द्राज्ञया
yatha.
यथा विष्णुमिन्द्राज्ञया यथा.
So Narendrasya Shashanat, after the instructions of the Narendra, the king Janaka, Prayayuhu, they left. Shigra Vajibhihi. Vaji, do you remember? What is Vaji?
Horse.
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 Vaji, Ashva, Haya, Turaga. Turaga. Correct. All these are different synonyms for horse or for a quick moving body. Sometimes it is even used for arrows. Sometimes it is used for any other quick moving animals also, but primarily horse. So Shighra Vajibhihi, by horses, by fast running horses, these attendants have left immediately to Sankashi to invite Kushadhvaja upon instructions and invitation from Janaka Maharaja. Samanetum Naravyaghram. He is also a Naravyaghra, Kushadhvaja also. So Sama Anetum, in order to bring him here. What is the analogy given here? Vishnu Indrajnaya Yatha. Just as Indra would invite his younger brother Vishnu, so also Janaka has invited his younger brother Kushadhvaja. That is the divine analogy that Valmiki is using here. Vishnu Yatha Indrajnaya Samanetum Preshayati Tatha Janaka Kushadhvajam Anetum Dutan Preshayati. That is the analogy there. Sankashyam te samagamya
Sankashyam te samagamya
Dadrushuscha Kushadhvajam
Dadrushushcha Kushadhvajam
Nyavedayan yatha vrittam
Nyavedayan yatha vrittam
Janakasya cha chintitam.
Janakasya cha chintitam.
So Sankasate Sankashyam Samagamya, having gone to the Sankashi city, Kushadhvajam Dadrushuhu, they have visited, they have met with Kushadhvaja, the king there. And Yathavrittam Janakasya cha chintitam Nyavedayan. Nyavedayan means they have reported, they have informed Yathavrittam, whatever has happened in Mithila, in terms of the yajna, then Vishwamitra's arrival, Rama Lakshmana meeting, the breaking of the Shivadhanuhu, and based on the promise, Janaka offering his daughter Sita to Rama, and all of those events, Yathavrittam, everything that just as it occurred. Janakasya cha chintitam, and whatever Janaka thought of, oh, I want my brother to be part of this event, and I want him to be Yajna Gopta, right? So all of those details, in detail, they have reported it to Kushadhvaja. Tadvruttam Nrupati Shrutva.
Tadvruttam Nrupati Shrutva.
Dutasreshtair Mahajavai.
Dutasreshtair Mahajavai.
Ajnayatu Narendrasya.
Ajnayatu Narendrasya.
Ajagama Kushadhvaja.
Ajagama Kushadhvaja.
So Tadvruttam Nrupatihi Shrutva. By listening to that report of the king, by Dutasreshtaihi, by the best of the messengers, Mahajavaihi, also those who are very energetic, active messengers. By listening to the report from them of the king, Ajnayatu Narendrasya, also by the order, by the instruction of his brother king Janaka, Kushadhvaja Ajagama. Kushadhvaja has left and arrived at Mithila. Sadadarsha Mahatmanam
Sadadarsha Mahatmanam
Janakam Dharma Vatsalam
Janakam Dharma Vatsalam
Sobhivadya Shatanandam
Sobhivagashatanandam
Janakam Chati Dharmikam.
Janakam Chati Dharmikam
Sadadarsha Mahatmanam Janakam Dharma Vatsalam. So he came and Dadarsha, he met, he saw. Dadarsha means he saw, which means he met with. Sa Dadarsha, he met with whom? Mahatmanam, the great soul. Dharma Vatsalam, Dharma Vatsala, one who Vatsala is lover, beloved, right? Vatsalaha means beloved. Vatsalyam is love. So beloved, beloved of Dharma. Dharma beloved Janaka. Mahatmanam. Mahatmanam Dharma Vatsalam Janakam Saha Kushadvajaha Dadarsha. Then what did he do? Saha Abhivadya. He did Abhivadanam, do the Gotra Pravara, etc. And Abhivadanam. So he greeted whom? Shatanandam Janakam Cha Atidharmikam. To the Purohita Shatananda and to Janaka, who is Atidharmika, is never violates dharma. Such a person is Atidharmika. Rajarham Paramam Divyam.
Rajam Paramam Divyam. Can you go on mute if you're not talking? There's background noise.
I muted him. Rajarham Paramam Divyam.
Rajarham Paramam Divyam.
Asanam Sojjarohata.
Asanam Sojjarohata.
Upavishtabhau tautu.
Upavishtabhau
Tu.
tu.
Bhratarava Amita Dyuti.
Bhratara Amita Drutihi. Druti.
Bhratarava Amita Dyuti.
Bhratara Amita Druti.
Dyuti.
Druti.
So, having done Abhivadanam to Janaka, to their Purohita Shatananda, and to others there, Rajarham Paramam Divyam Asanam Saha Adhyarohata. So, having done that, then he also went to the designated seat, which is Paramam Divyam Asanam, very divine, great seat arranged for as per the protocol. Upavishtau Ubhau Tau. Both of them, Janaka and Kushadvaja, both the brothers they sat in their respective seats. One as a king, one as his next most important guest. Upavishtau Ubhau Tautu Bhratarau Amitadyuti. Both of them were like enlightened, meaning glowing with light, with all that, with their dharmika living, practicing lifestyle. That glow will be there. Glow of contentment, glow of discipline, glow of purity, glow of self-confidence of living a dharmic life. Right? So that is called Amita Dyuti, unlimited, glow in their faces. Preshayama Suturvirau.
Preshayama Saturvirau
Mantrisreshtham Sudamanam.
Mantrishreshtam Sudamanam
Gaccha Mantripate Shigram.
Gaccha Mantripate Shigram
Ikshvakum Amita Prabham.
Ikshvaku Amita Prabham
Atmajai Sahadurdarsham.
Atmajai Sahadurdarshyam
Anayasva Samantrinam.
Anayasva Samantrinam.
So I started with the tune, because wherever there is narration, we will sing in tune. But wherever it is direct speech, we will say it indirect speech. So, Preshayamasatuhu, it is in Vivachanam. So, both of them, Virau, both of those, Virau, which is Janaka and Kushadhvaja, they sent Preshayamasatuhu, they sent their Mantrisreshtham, best of their ministers, by name Sudamana, Sudamanaha, that is his name. So Sudamanam Mantrisreshtham Tau Virau Preshayamasatuhu. What did they say to him? Gacha Mantripate, oh, lead minister, best leader of the ministers. Mantripate, Gacha, please go. Shighram, please go quickly. Ikshvakum Amita Prabham, Amita Prabha. Again, Prabha, Dyutihi, Sankashaha, all of these are synonyms for light, for glow, for radiance. So, Amita Prabham, Dasharatham, Ikshvakum, the Ikshvaku, who is Dasharatha here, go meet him and bring him here. So, Amita Prabham, Ikshvakum, Atmajaihi Saha. Atmajaha means, Jaha means Jataha, means born. Atmajaha means born from yourself, which means your sons, your offsprings, your children. So Atmajaihi Saha, along with his sons, Atmajaihi Saha, Durdharsham Anayasva, go bring him, go bring that radiant, unlimited, glowing Dasharatha along with his two sons, quickly, Shighram. And Samantrinam, also he came with his ministers, so go bring his ministers also. And all other people that he has come with, all other visitors that he has come with. So bring all of them. Aupakaryam sagatvatu.
Aupakaryam sagatvatu.
Raghunam kulavardhanam. Dadarsha shirasa chainam. Abhivadyedam abravit. So Aupakaryam sagatva. Aupakaryam means on a formal protocol. Upacharam, we say, right? Upacharam, upakaram, upakaryam. So in a way, helping, it's not an odd personal help, but it is a stately help. So Aupakaryam saha. So who is saha here? Sudamana, that minister, best of the ministers of Janaka called Sudamana, he went. Aupakaryam sagatva, having gone, to whom Raghunam kulavardhanam, one who brings fame and growth to the fame of the Raghu dynasty. Raghunam kulavardhanam dadarsha, he has seen him. That means the Dasharatha Maharaj. Dadarsha sirasa chainam abhivadya, abhivadanam kritva, with his head, which means with the head bent a little with namrata. Abhivadanam, abhivadya means abhivadanam kritva, having greeted him formally. Idam abravit, he said this. Sudamana met with Dasharatha as per instructions of Janaka and said this. What did he say? Ayodhyadipate Veera.
Ayodhyadipate Veera.
Vaideho Mithiladhipaha.
Vaideho Mithiladhipaha.
Satvam drashtum vyavasitaha.
Satvam drashtum vyavasitaha. Vyavasitaha. Sopadhyaya purohitam.
So Ayodhyadipate, O Ayodhyadipate means O head of Ayodhya, Veera, O Veera, Vaidehaha Mithiladhipaha, the Mithila's head, who is also the head of Videha Rajya. Saha, he, Tvam drashtum vyavasitaha, he has arranged a meeting and is looking forward to seeing you. Satvam drashtum vyavasitaha. Sopadhyaya purohitam. Along with his upadhyayas and purohitas, along with his scholars and advisors, well-wishers. Mantri sreshta vacha shrutva.
Mantri shrestha vacha shrutva.
Raja sarshi ganastatha.
Raja sarshi ganastitaha.
Tatha.
Tatha.
Sabandhuragamat tatra.
Sagam ragamantu tatra.
Sabandhuragamat tatra.
Sabandhu ragamat tatra.
Janako yatra vartate.
Janako yatra vartate.
So mantri sreshta vachaha shrutva. By listening to the speech or statement of mantri sreshta, the best of the ministers of Janaka, who is Sudamana. Mantri sreshta vacha shrutva. Raja Dasharatha Sarshiganaha, along with his Rishiganas, Tatha, then Sabandhuhu, also along with his bandhus, all his relatives, all his intimate people, all his close people. Agamat, he went. Tatra, Yatra Janakaha Vartate, went to that place where Janaka has arranged for a meeting and is waiting. Raja cha mantri sahitaha.
Raja cha mantri sahitaha.
Sopadhyaya sabandhavaha.
Sopadhyaya sabandhavaha.
Vakyam vakyavidam sreshtaha.
Vakyam vakyavidam sreshtaha.
Vaidehamidam abravit.
Vaidevamihad abravit.
So Raja cha, this Dashratha also, Raja, mantri sahitaha, along with his ministers, Sopadhyayaha, Sabandhavaha, along with all of them, Vakyam, Vaideham, idam Vakyam abravit. He said this to Vaideha, who is Janakaha. Having seen Janaka, having met with him there, he first Dashratha spoke the followings. What did he say? Vakyavidam sreshtaha. Vakyavid, knower of articulation, knower of speech. Bahuvachanam, Shashti. So of the knowers of speech, sreshtaha, the best among the good orators. Such Dasharatha said this to Vaideha, to the Mithilaadipaha, to Janaka. What did he say? Viditam te Maharaja.
Viditam te Maharaja.
Ikshvaku kuladaivatam.
Ikshvaku kuladaivatam.
Vakta sarveshu krityeshu.
Vakta sarveshu krityeshu.
Vasishto Bhagavan Rishihi.
Vasishto Bhagavan Rishihi.
So Viditam te Maharaja. Her, I know of you. I know about you. I know of you. Viditam te Maharaja, O Maharaja Janaka, I came to know. Ikshvaku kuladaivatam. Kuladevata of our Ikshvakus. Vakta sarveshu krityeshu. Vasishtaha Bhagavan Rishihi. Our Kuladevata is that Bhagavan Rishihi Vasishtaha. He is also Sarveshu Krityeshu Bhakta. In all our activities, in all our endeavors, he is our Vakta. He is our communicator, or he is our correspondent, spokesperson. Spokesman, we say it, BJP also says spokesman. Even though there is a president, even though there is somebody else, but spokesperson is one who communicates to the formal, informal meetings. So also he is saying that our Kuladevata is Bhagavan, Rishihi, Vasishtaha. In all our activities, he is our spokesperson. Vishwamitra Bhyanujñataha.
Vishwamitra Abhignataha.
Saha Sarvair Maharshibhihi.
Saha Sarvai Maharshibihi.
Esha Vakshyati Dharmatma.
ईश वश्यति धर्मात्मा
Vasishto me yathakramam.
वसिष्ठो मे यथा क्रमम्.
And he is continuing to say, Vishwamitra abhyanujñataha. Also, I and our Vasishta, all of us are also sort of approved or accepted, acknowledged by Vishwamitra. Sarvaihi maharshivihi saha. Along with all maharshis, we are approved to, sort of make our presentation. Eshaha vakshat, eshaha dharmatma vasishtaha yathakramam me yathakramam vakshyati. This dharmatma vasishtaha, he shall yathakramam, means as per the lineage, as per the order, in the chronological order, he shall tell you about my lineage. He shall tell you about myself. That is what Dashratha has made the opening statement, and let Vasishtha talk from here. Tushnim bhute dasharathe.
Tushnim bhute dasharate.
Vasishto bhagavan rishihi.
Vasisto bhagavan rishihi.
Uvacha vakyam vakyajño.
Uvacha vakyam vakyajño.
Vaideham sapurodhasam.
Vaideham sapurodhasam.
So Tushnim bhute, having said that, he is our spokesperson, Vasishtha, and he shall say that. After that, he stopped his speech. Dashratha kept quiet. Tushnim bhute dasharathe. After Dashratha stopped his talking, Vasishtha, who is Bhagavan Rishihi, Uvacha Vakyam Vakyajñaha, who is also Vakyajñaha, who is also a great communicator, he has said this Vakyam, Sapurodhasam, along with the Purodhasas, along with all Purohitas and other Vaidika Ritviks, etc. In front of them, Vaideham Vakyam Uvacha. Vasishtha started saying this to Vaideha, to Janaka. Avyakta Prabhavo Brahma.
Avyakta Prabho Brahma.
Shashvato Nitya Avyaya.
Shashvato Nitya Avyaha.
Tasman Marichi Sanjagne.
Tasman Mariche Samjagne.
Mariche Kashyapas Sutaha.
Mariche Kashyapa Sutaha.
Vivaswan Kashyapa Jagne.
Vivashwan Kashyapa Jagne.
Manur Vaivasvatah Smrtah.
Manur Vaivasvatah Smrtah.
Manu Prajapati Purvam.
Manu Prajapati Purvam.
Ikshvakuscha Mano Sutaha.
Ikshvakuscha Mano Sutaha.
Tam Ikshvakum Ayodhyayam.
Tam Ikshvakum Ayodhyayam.
Rajanam Vidhi Purvakam.
Rajanam Vidhi Purvakam.
So all their slokas continue, but we'll stop here forever.
Yeah.
So Avyakta Prabhavaha Brahma. So they know their lineage all the way from Avyakta Prabhavaha Brahma. Vyaktam manifested. Avyaktam unmanifested. So this one word, Avyakta Prabhavaha, Avyaktam, Vyakta Vyaktam, we say, right, of Vishnu Sahasranama, etc. also. That shows our knowledge, that shows our experience of this entire, reality. Because the universe is also one small world, a small word and a small world. Because there are several universes. So now what do you say? Ananta Koti Brahmanda. For all of them, we believe in cyclic nature, which means initially, there is no initially, you cannot say when, what, but most probably everything is avyaktam, unmanifested, which means everything is collapsed, black hole, right, or dark. And then suddenly, due to some reason, there will be, it will take some form. It will manifest into some creation. That will be Vyaktam, Prabhavaha. So from Avyaktam, Vyaktam will be Prabhavaha, Vyaktam will manifest, will emanate. And it will run for 4 yugas, as we say, right? And then everything will again collapse. Then there will be another dark period. And again, after a while, after everything settles, and then there will be some movement for whatever reason, and again there will be another manifestation. And that is what we believe in as the life cycle, the time cycle. So that whole knowledge is implied in this one word called Avyakta Prabhavaha. Avyakta Prabhavaha Brahma Shashvataha Nityaha Avyayaha. That Brahma who is Avyakta Prabhavaha, who is Shashvataha, meaning permanent, who is not temporal, permanent Brahman. Nityaha, he is always there. Avyayaha, indispensable, inexpendable. It means it doesn't reduce. It is always infinite in potency, infinite in its power, infinite in its knowledge, infinite in its existence. That Brahma, Tasmat Marichihi Sanjagne. From that Avyakta Prabhavaha Brahma, from that first came Marichihi in their lineage. Okay, now this same lineage may not be there for everyone. In Ikshvaku's lineage, he is talking. The Vasishtha is explaining. Tasmat Marichihi Sanjagne. Marichihi emanated from that Avyakta Prabhava Brahma. Sanjagne means Jagne means Jataha. Janmam Praptavan iti Jagne. Samyak Jagne is Samjagne. So Tasmat Marichihi Samjagne. From that Avyakta Prabhava Brahma, Marichihi was born. Marichehe Kashyapaha Sutaha. Of Marichihi, Kashyapa is the son born. Vivaswan Kashyapad Jagne. Then Vivaswan was born of Kashyapa. Manuhu Vaivasvataha Smrataha. Of Vivaswan is born Manuhu. Smrataha means that's how we remember. We remember or we know that of Vivaswan Manu was born. Manuhu Prajapatihi Purvam. Manu was the Prajapatihi in the beginning. From all this lineage of, Marichi, Kashyapa, Vivaswan. From there, Manu became the first Prajapatihi. Then Purvam. So in the old times, he was the first one. Ikshvakuscha Manosutaha. Of that Manu, Ikshvaku was their son. So Manu was the Prajapati. Of that Prajapati, Ikshvaku was the son. And so they find their lineage from the first human being called Ikshvaku in their lineage. So Ikshvakuscha Manosutaha Tam Ikshvakum Ayodhyayam Rajanam Vidhi Purvakam. You may please be known. Vidhi means may you know, or please know that Purvakam, the first Ayodhyayam Rajanam Ikshvakum Vidhi. Please know that Ikshvaku was the first king in Ayodhya formerly, or in the old times. Ikshvakostu Sutta Shriman.
Ikshvakostu Sutta Shriman.
Kukshurityeva Vishrutaha.
Kukshuritve Vishrutaha.
Kukshe Rathatmaja Shriman.
Kukshe Rathatmaja
Shriman.
Shriman.
Vikukshuriti Vikukshur Udapadyata.
Vikukshur Rupapadyata.
Vikukshestu Mahateja.
Vikukshetu Mahateja.
Bana Putra Pratapavan.
Banah Putra Pratapavan.
Banasyatu Mahateja.
Banasyatu Mahateja.
Anaranya Pratapavan,
Anaranya Pratapavan,
Anaranyat Pruthurjagne,
Anaranyar Prutur Jagni,
Trishankustu Pruthorapi,
Trishankustu Prudho Sutaha,
Pruthorapi.
Prudhorati, sir.
Trishankor Abhavat Putro,
Trishanko Rabhava Putro,
Dundhumaro Mahayashah,
Dundumaru Mahayashaha,
Dundhumaran Mahateja,
Dundumaran Mahateja,
Yuvanashvo Maharatha,
Yuvanashvo Maharatha,
Yuvanashva Sutas Chasit,
Yuvanashva Sutaswati,
Yuvanashva
Asi,
Sutas Chasit,
Yuvanash
Mandhata Prithivipatihi,
Mandhata Prithvi Pati,
Mandhatustu Sutah Sriman,
Mandhatustu Sutah Sriman,
Susandhi Rupapadyata,
Susandhi Rudapatha, Padatha,
Udapadyata, Susandhi Udapadyata,
Rudapadyata,
Susandherapi Putro Dvau,
Susandherapi Putrau,
Dvau,
Dvau,
Dhruvasandhi Prasenajit,
Dhruvasandhi Prasi Najit,
Yashasvi Dhruvasandhestu,
Yashasvi Dhruvasandhestu,
Bharato Nama Namataha,
Bharato Nama Namataha,
Bharatattu Mahateja,
Bharatattu Mahateja,
Asito Nama Jayata.
Asito Nama Jayata.
So Ikshvaku was the king of the first, formerly the first king of Ayodhya. Ikshvako Sutaha tu Sriman Kukshihi Ityeva Vishrutaha. Ikshvaku's son was popularly known by name Sriman Kukshihi. Kukshi was the name of Ikshvaku's son. Kuksheratmajaha Sriman Vikukshihi Udapadyata. Of that Kukshi, Vikukshi was the son of Kukshi. Vikukshestu Mahateja Banaha Putraha Pratapavan. Vikukshehe, son, means Vikukshi's son, by name Bana, was a Pratapavan, was a very powerful warrior. Banasyatu Mahatejaha Anaranya Pratapavan. Bana had a son by name Anaranya. Anaranyat Pruthurjagne. From Anaranya, Pruthu was born. Pruthu was another great king. Jagne, Trishankustu Pruthorapi. Of Pruthu, Trishanku was born. We already read Trishanku's story through Vishwamitra there. And through Shatananda of Vishwamitra there. So Trishankustu Pruthorapi. Trishankor Abhavat Putro Dundhumaro Mahayashaha. Of Trishanku, a son by name, great Mahayashaha, with great fame, the son was born by name Dundhumaro, Dundhumaraha. Dundhumaran Mahateja, Yuvanashvo Maharatha. Of the Dundhumaraha, Mahatejaha, Maharatha, a very powerful one. Maharatha, as we read some time back in the Bhashya, Athiratha, Maharatha, etc. Maharatha means one who can fight with 10,000 chariots, some 175,000 infantry, and some more such numbers. Huge army, he can single-handedly fight. Such number is, such a warrior is Maharatha. So this of Dundhumara, there is one person by name Yuvanashva, by name Maharatha. I'll take a small deviation here, because yesterday only I was looking at one Pravara, as one alliance came for my sister. I was trying to see the Gotram and see if there is no commonality in the entire lineage there. So there is this Haritasa Gotram. Haritasa Gotra, is anyone here with Haritasa Gotram? Harita Gotra?
No,
So Harita Gotram has two pravaras that they take. One is, Angirasa and somebody and Haritasa. The other way they take is Harita, Ambarisha, Yuvanashva. And I was reading the text some more of these people in it, of these people that are involved in it. Both Harita and Yuvanashva that we are reading here, Yuvanashva here, right? They were kings before, they were Kshatriyas before. But through their tapas from Brahma, they obtained Brahmanatvam. So, these examples, this is why we should study Ramayanam and our old scriptures, especially as part of Dharma Ambassador awareness, Dharma awareness campaign, caste and all, and the new narrative, the Hindu narrative, new initiative of HSS, right? Hindu narrative. One of the main misconceptions is about caste, Varna. All the stupid fellows who, with middle jnanam, half knowledge, they make all these bullshit cock and bull stories, right? To them, we should say, hey, do you know Kshatriyas became Brahmanas? Brahmanas became Kshatriyas. Vaishyas became Kshatriyas. There was always transformations of Varnas. It was never a fixed thing. So don't tell us something that is cock and bull to us. Have you read this? Do you know that Harita was a Raja, was a Kshatriya before, but he took Brahmana. Then Yuvanashva, because both Harita and Yuvanashva are in the Gotra Pravara of Haritasa Gotra. So I just remembered that because yesterday only I was looking at for my niece alliance. Any question or comment here? You have? Any one of you have?
So does it mean that based on an occupation that's being defined, like, I mean, what does it mean by Kshatriya becoming a Brahmin? Is that something by virtue of what he's doing?
Right, the very name is what there, it is called Varna. Varna means simple colloquial meaning given is color. That is how these stupid whites, British, have falsified the concept by saying based on color, they said all Shudras are black, all these are white. Nothing like that. We have black Brahmins, we have black Kshatriyas, we have white Shudras, all colors are there. It is based on physical genes, right? That is not it is. Varna also means attribute, character, personality traits. So based on your personality traits, you choose a lifestyle. I won't call it profession, because if you call it profession, then you have a personal life also. These two are too compartmentalized, right? But for us, nothing is compartmentalized. Everything is holistic. So I'm calling it lifestyle. So you choose a lifestyle of pursuing knowledge, research, information, design, technology, etc., is one type of a lifestyle. The other one is more with your physical protection, with your physical capabilities. The first one was intellectual capabilities, because knowledge, all of that is to do with your thinking and all, right? So with the thinking, intellectual capabilities is one lifestyle. With your body, physical capabilities is the second lifestyle, which is the Kshatriya. Kshatriya is to protect. Get wounded, in fact. To get wounded means Kshatriya. Shatam, shatat trayate, is a Kshatriya. So to protect from getting wounded means from getting affected. That is the second word. And Vaishya. Vaishya is wish dhatu there. Wish is to enter. That means to spread, to distribute. Distribution, economy, trade, distribute.
Wealth creation and distribution. Yeah.
Distribution, yes. That is wish, Vaishya. And of course, Shudra. Shudra is all other services, specialized services, general services. So those are the four Varnas. So now, then there is another concept. So I'm now getting into our Dharma awareness campaign because we teach there as the misconceptions. So then there is another concept called Jati. Jati is what you are born into, Jagye. you are born into. So let's say initially my father was more, more of a Kshatriya, right? So he would naturally train me in Kshatriya because it is always family-based training. Your father is your first guru, we say, right? Father is your first guru. And then you send him to another guru for additional training. So naturally, a Kshatriya father would train his son to be a Kshatriya. But then later, either the father realizes or the son himself realizes and says, hey, I'm not meant for this. I want to pursue something else. We had that freedom. And then based on you get qualified, you tested, you go approach a guru, you qualify, and then now you adapt a new lifestyle. So that Varna, though you were born, Jati was Kshatriya, but you became a Varna by Brahmana, by Varna. So it was very, very, very fluid. That's how Vishwamitra was the best example, right?
Yeah.
He was Kshatriya, but only because he
By
saw
Brahmana.
Vasishtha.
Go ahead. Bhogaji.
So because he saw Vasishtha and his power, he said, I should also become a Brahman. I should also become Brahmana. And so he did so many times tapas, and every time Brahma, when he addressed him with the next level title, he was not satisfied. He said, unless you give me Brahmatvam, Brahmanatvam, I will not be satisfied. So he did further tapas, and finally he attained Brahmarship.
Even Parshurama, Bhogaji, if you see, right?
Even Parshurama. And that is why in Gotra of Bhrugu, all the Bhrugu lineage people are all Shaurya people. They are mostly Kshatriyas. But Brahmanas also take that Gotra. They are also born in that Gotra. There are Kshatriyas who are born in Bhrugu Gotra.
And for today also, I see some Brahmanas in some areas, right? They kind of do the village heads. They are kind of village heads.
They are village heads, right? Even army chiefs. There were army chiefs.
We call Karanams, right? So although they are born
Karanam is administrator. See, Karanam is administrator, but I am talking of even a fighting warrior.
Yes.
For example, our this fellow, what was that? The movie also was made of the Marathi.
Shivaji?
No. What was the recent movie? Ranveer Singh. Mastani. What Mastani?
Bajirao Peshwe.
Bajirao Deshpande. Bajirao Deshpande was a Brahman, but he won 42 wars in sequence, in succession.
Bajirao Peshwe, Baji Prabhu Deshpande is a different.
Peshwa. Correct. I'm sorry. Bajirao Peshwa. Right? So he was a Brahmana by Jati, but was a Kshatriya by Varna. Right? So these two, if we know clearly, then we can articulate and educate and enlighten others who are misinformed or misrepresenting it.
Yeah.
That's why I brought this topic.
Even in recent times, General Vaidya, General Naravane, current army chief, they're Brahmins. But so it is all interchangeable. There is no fixed permanent Jati system. But it started in the last 75 years, unfortunately.
Right. So we at least should be well aware so that when we meet, we can
father and my
examples and clarify.
Yeah. My father and my uncles, they were all Army and Air Force. We are Brahmins. But so it is very interchangeable. It doesn't matter.
But I have seen, Bhogaji, even the Brahmanas who done their Veda Shastra, Veda education also, they have this opinion, because I spoke to a couple of Brahmanas over here though, right? It says, okay, people who just read Vedas or who are kind of, getting knowledge by reading, they will not get Brahmanatva. They will only get Brahmanatva if you are born in a Brahmana family. I mean, I had a conversation with a Paurohita who said this. So, I mean, this is kind of, understanding or the education probably they are receiving, right? Although you may read it, you know it, but you will not get Brahmanatva until you are born as in a Brahman caste. That was his telling towards, right? But ultimate, my understanding was, it is if you see the technical definition of Brahman is the one who has the ultimate knowledge, right? Realization, ultimate realization.
Correct. Abdul Kalam is a very good Brahman, I would call him.
Yeah.
He knows Bhagavad Gita, he knows Defense Academy, he knows our spirituality. That's it. Okay, good. We have done good enough discussion. Yuvanashvaha Maharathaha. Later he became Brahmana Paravara Gotra. So Dundumaran Mahateja Yuvanashvo Maharathaha. Yuvanashva Sutaschasit Mandhata. Mandhata was another great king in the Ikshvaku lineage, born for Yuvanashvaha. Prithvi Patihi, he was a king. Prithvi Patihi, he was an emperor who ruled across the world. Mandhatuhu tu Sutaha Sriman Susandhiru Udapadyata. Of Mandhata, his son is by name Susandhi. Susandherapi putrau dvau. Susandhi had two sons. Dhruvasandhihi, Prasenajit. Two sons by name Dhruvasandhihi and Prasenajit. Yashasvi Dhruvasandhestu, of the more famous Dhruvasandhihi, Bharataha Nama Namataha. So Dhruvasandhihi had a son by name Bharataha. Bharatattu Mahateja Asito Nama Jayata. Of the King Bharata, there was one son by name Asitaha. Yasya, now from here, from this name of list of names, small deviation is taken to describe about this Asita king. A little story about Asita. Yasyete pratirajanaha.
Yasyete pratirajanaha.
Udapadyanta Shatravaha.
Udapadyanta Shatravaha.
Haihayastala Janghascha.
Hayahastala. Sorry, repeat.
Haihayastala Janghascha.
Hayahastala Jangastha.
Surascha Shashibindavaha.
Surasha Shashibindavaha.
Tanscha Sapratiyuddhan. Okay. Yasya ete pratirajanaha udapadyanta shatravaha. Of this Asita king, there were some enemies. Shatravaha udapadyanta. Pratirajanaha, who were political opponents and enemies, they have started pulling up. Haihayaha talajanghascha. Haihayaha with all horses, talajanghascha with various types of armory. Shurascha shashabindavaha, all of them have that type of opponents. Tanscha saha pratiyudjanvai.
Tanscha pratiyuddanvai.
Yuddhe raja pravasitaha.
Yuddhe raja pravasitaha.
Himavantamupagamya.
Himavantamupagamya.
Bharyabhyam sahitastada.
Bharyabhyam sahitastada.
So he tried, this Asita king tried to fight all those political enemies. Tanscha saha pratiyudhyan yuddhe raja pravasitaha. He tried fighting till his last, effort, but he was pravasitaha. He was displaced from his city. That means he was defeated. Then Himavantam upagamya. He went to Himalaya. Bharyabhyam sahitaha tada. Along with his two Bharyabhyam vivachanam. So two wives. He had two wives. Along with both wives, he went to Himavantam. Asitolpabalo Raja.
Asitolpabalo Raja.
Kaladharmamupeyivan.
Kaladharmamupeyivan.
So Asitaha Alpa balaha, he was a weak king, a weak person. Alpa balaha, less strengthy. Raja kala dharmam upeyivan. He went to the time dharma, kala dharma, which means he passed away. Dvechasya bharye garbhinyau
द्वेचास्य भार्ये गर्भिण्यौ
babhuvuturiti shrutihi.
बभूवृतिरति श्रुतिः
Babhuvaturiti shrutihi.
बभूवतुरिति श्रुतिः
Eka garbha vinashartham
एका गर्भविनाशार्थं
sapatnyai sagaram dadau.
सपत्नी सकरं ददौ.
So dvechasya bharye, both the two wives of him, garbhinyau. By the time he passed away, both of them were actually pregnant. Garbhinyau babhuvatuhu, they became pregnant. Iti shrutihi, that's how we know the story. Eka garbha vinashartham sapatnyai sagaram dadau. Sapatni means, in Telugu we say Saviti. In English, is there a word for it? If there are multiple wives, what is the other wife called?
Sauteli.
Sauteli. Is there a word for that in English?
Stepmother or stepson.
No, stepmother is different, right? Then there is between two generations, between the wives. Anyway, so Sauteli. So Eka Garbha Vinashartham, one of them, to out of jealousy, to abort the other's pregnancy, to abort the other's womb, Sagaram Dadau. Sagara is Gara is Garala Kantha, we say, right? Gara is Visha, poison. So she gave poison in order to abort the womb, the fetus or the baby of the other Sauteli. Tata Shailavare Ramye.
Tata Shailavare Ramye.
Babhuva Bhirato Munihi.
Babhuva Bhirato Munihi.
Bhargavaschavano Nama.
Bhargavaschavano Nama.
Himavantamupashritaha.
Himavantumupashritaha.
So Tataha Shailavare Ramye. After that, after she gave this poison thing, in that Ramye Shailavare, in that beautiful, mountain locks, or in that beautiful mountain range, in that beautiful range of mountains, Munihi Bhargavaha of the Bhrigu dynasty, by name Chyavanaha. Chyavana is a great life aging doctor, age-related doctor. Because Chyavana has done, and that is why the Chyavan Prash is also a popular brand we see. Chyavana comes multiple times in different Puranas. In this case, Chyavana appeared. In another, so what did this Chyavana? In another case, Chyavana gives the one old king. He becomes very old, but he wanted to marry a young, prince. So he asks for, age removal. And Chyavana does some procedures on him, and he becomes young. So that's another story. So Chyavanaha, Bhargavaha of the Bhruguvamsha, Chyavana Nama, Himavantam Upashritaha. This Rishi also came, this Muni came to Himavan. He also came there to the Himavantam. Tatra Chaika Mahabhaga.
Tatra Chaika Mahabhaga.
Bhargavam Deva Varchasam.
Bhargavam Deva Varchasam.
Vavande Padmapatrakshi.
Vavande Padmapatrakshi.
Kangshanti Sutamuttamam.
Kangshanti Sutamuttamam.
Tatracha Eka Mahabhaga. Of these two, one of the good wives, the names and all are details not mentioned here. one of those two good ones, Mahabhaga, Bhargavam Deva Varchasam Vavande. She came to know that this great Chavana Rishi, who is a Bhargava, means who belongs to that Bhrigu dynasty, he came there. So she goes, meets with him, and Vavande, she does Vandana to him. And Padmapatrakshi, she is a very beautiful-eyed, wide-eyed lady. Kankshanti Sutamuttamam, desiring for a great son. Tam Rishim Sabhyupagamya.
Tamrusham Sabhyupagamya.
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 Kalindi Chabhyavadayat.
Kalindi Chabhyavadayat.
So Tam Rishim Sa Abhi Upagamya means she also Kalindi. The other's name is Kalindi. The first one is Padmapatrakshi. I think we should take that name like that probably. The other one is Kalindi. Kalindi probably is the one who gave poison to Padmapatrakshi. So that Kalindi also, because Padmapatrakshi went, Kalindi also went. And she also Abhyavadayat. She also did Abhivadanam. Satam Abhyavadat Vipraha.
Satam Abhyavadat Vipraha.
Putrepsum Putra Janmani.
Putreshum Putra Janmani.
Tava Kukshau Mahabhage.
Tava Kukshau Mahabhage.
Suputra Sumahabalaha.
Suputra Sumabalaha.
Mahaviryo Mahateja.
Mahaviryo Mahateja.
Achirat Sanjanishyati.
Achirat Sanjanishyati.
So, sa tam abhyavadat. So he also in return did abhivadanam back to her. Satam abhyavadat vipraha, Chavanaha vipraha, putrepsum, putra janmani, one who is desiring to give birth to a son, to such one, he has done abhivadanam. And what did he say? Tava kukshau mahabhage. Oh, fortunate lady, tava kukshau, in your womb, suputraha, a good son, sumahabalaha, very powerful, strong son, mahaviryaha, very heroic person, mahatejaha, achirat janishyati, very soon, not long, very soon you will have a son born. Garena Sahita Sriman.
Garena Sahita Sriman.
Mashucha Kamalekshane.
Mashucha Kamalekshane.
So he continued to say, hey, Mashuchaha, don't worry. Just because the other one has poisoned you, don't worry, O fortunate one. Garena Sahitaha, along with poison, Sriman Kamalekshane, O Padmapatrakshi, with, even though he is poisoned, with poison he will be born. So don't worry, is how he has consoled her. Chavanam cha namaskritya.
Shivanam cha namaskritya.
Rajaputri pativrata.
Rajaputri pativrata.
Patya virahita tasmat.
Patya virahita tasmat.
Putram devi vyajayata.
Putram devi vyajayata.
So Chavanam cha namaskritya. Okay, after that consolation given by Chavana, that don't worry, you will have a good, great son. Though you are injected with poison, he will be born with poison. So don't worry, is the confidence given there. So Chavanam cha namaskritya pativrata Rajaputri. She was a pativrata Rajaputri. Patya virahita. Of course, she is devoid of her husband because he passed away. Tasmat putram devi vyajayata. With that blessings, she has finally given birth to a putra. Vyajayata means jayata, ajayata. Ajayata means gave birth to. Sapatnyatu garastasyai.
Sapatnyatu garastasvai
Dattu garbhajighamsaya.
datto garbhajighansaya
Sahatena garenaiva.
sahatena gare neva
Sanjata sagaro bhavat.
sanjata sagaro bhavat.
Sapatnya tu garaha tasyai dattaha garbhajighamsaya. So garbhajigham, jighanam means hananam. In order to kill the garbha, the pregnancy of the Padmapatrakshi, sapatnya garaha dattaha tasyai, by her other, wife or whatever you call it, Sauteli. Tena garenaiva sanjataha. With that poison only, in spite of it, rather we should take it as in spite of that poison, sanjataha, he was born. So he was named Sagaraha. Because he was born in spite of the poison or with poison, Sagaraha, along with Garaha. Along with poison he was born, so he was named Sagaraha. So the Bhashyakara was saying that in order to tell the birth of this great Sagara, from whom the Bhagirathas, all that Gangavataranam, 10 sargas that we have studied, all of that great episode, right? In order to emphasize that the root of that episode of lineage, of their lineage, till Asita, just the names were mentioned. But after Asita, the story was told so that we all know how Sagara is born. So that after Sagara, we have already seen Sagarasya lineage in the previous story. So that is what is told there. Sagarasya samanjastu.
Sagarasya samanjastu
Asamanjadam shuman. Asamanja tatham shuman.
asamanja tatha shuman
Dilipom shumatah putro.
Dilipo shumat. Is that sorry? Dilipo.
So just listen and say Dilipom shumatah putro.
Dilipo shumatah putrau.
Dilipasya bhagiratha.
Dilipasya bhagiratah.
So we know that, right? Sagarasya asamanjaha. Sagara, we know, had from 2 wives. One had 60,000, the other one had 1 asamanjaha. And from this asamanjastu, asamanjat atha amshuman. Amshuman was born of asamanjaha. Dilipaha amshumataha putraha. Of that Amshuman, Dilipa was the son. Dilipasya Bhagiratha. Of Dilipa is Bhagiratha. This we have seen in the Gangavataranam episode of those chapters, sargas. So Bhagiratha. Bhagiratha kutsaha.
Bhagiratha kutstascha.
Kakutstachara gustatha.
Kakutastachiragustutaha.
Raghostu putrastejasvi.
Raghostu putrastejasvi.
Pravruddha purushadakaha.
Pravruddha purushadakaha.
So Bhagirathat Kakutstaha. We have heard Rama addressed several times as Kakutstha, Kakutstha, right? Kakutstha means one from Kakutstha. So Bhagiratha's son is Kakutstha. Kakutstha's cha Raghuhu. From Kakutstha came Raghu. Raghostu putraha tejasvi pravruddhaha purushadakaha. So Purushadaka is the name or Pravruddha. Ragho's son Tejasvi Purushadakaha. Kalma Shapado Pyabhavat.
कल्माषपादोह भवत्
तस्माज्जातस्तु शङ्खणः
तस्माज्जातस्तु शङ्कणः
सुदर्शनः शङ्खणस्य
सुदर्शनः शङ्कणस्य
अग्निवर्णः सुदर्शनात्.
अग्निवर्णसुदर्शनात्.
So from Raghu came this Kalmashapada, a great king, Purushadakaha, one beyond human being excellence, by name Kalmashapadaha, api abhavat. Tasmad jatastu Shankhanaha. Shankhana was the son of Kalmashapada, and Shankhanasya Sudarshanaha. Shankhana's son was by name Sudarshana. Agnivarnaha Sudarshanat. Of Sudarshana's son is Agnivarnaha. Shigragastwagnivarnasya.
शीघ्रगस्त्वग्निवर्णस्य
Shigragasya Marusutaha.
शीघ्रगस्य मरुत्सुतः
Maro Prashushrukastvasit.
मरोः प्रशुश्रुकस्वासीत्
Ambarisha Prashushrukat.
अम्बरीषः प्रशुश्रुकात्.
So, of Sudarshana, his son was Agnivarnaha. Of Agnivarnas, his son was Shigragaha. Shigragaha by literally means one which goes very fast. Probably he was running very fast or something like that. So they named him Shigragaha. Shigragastu Agnivarnasya. Shigragasya Maruhu Sutaha. The son of Shigraga is Maruhu. Maroho Prashushukraha. Shukraha Prashushukraha. That's how the name was given for Maruhu son. Prashushukrat Asid Ambarishaha. Prashushukras son was Ambarishaha. We also saw Ambarisha's story in Vishwamitra's episodes. Ambarishasya putraha abhut. Did we read that sentence? No. Ambarishasya putro bhut.
अम्बरीषस्य पुत्रो भूत्
Nahushuscha mahipatihi.
नहुषस्तुधिपतिः
Nahushusya yayatistu.
नहुषस्य ययातिस्तु.
One second, let me. Okay.
नहुषस्य ययातिस्तु.
Nabhagastu yayatijah.
नाभागस्तु ययातिजः
Nabhagasya babhuvaj.
नाभागस्य बभूवाजो
Aja babhuvaj.
बभूवाज
Ajaha we can also say. Nabhagasya babhuvajah.
नाभागस्य बभूवाजः
Ajad dasharatho bhavat.
अजादशरथो अभवत्
Asmad dasharatha jato.
अस्मादशरथा जातौ
Bhrataro Rama Lakshmanau.
भ्रातरौ रामलक्ष्मणौ.
So Shigraga's son was Maruhu. Maru's son was Prashushukra. Prashushukras son was Ambarishaha. Ambarishasya putraha abhut Nahushaha. Ambarisha's son was Nahushaha, who was a Mahipati, who was also an emperor. Nahushasya Yayatihi. Of Nahusha, his son was Yayatihi. Yayati's son was Nabhagaha. Nabhaga's son was Ajaha. Aja's son is Dasharatha. And Dasharatha's sons in Dvivachanam, Bhrataro, the brothers, Rama and Lakshmana. Adivamsha Vishuddhanam.
आदिवंश विशुद्धानां
Rajnyam Paramadharminam.
Rajnyam Paramadharminam.
Ikshvaku Kulajatanam
Ichhvakukula Jatanam.
Veeranam Satyavadinam
Veeranam Satyavadinam.
Rama Lakshmanayorarthe
Rama Lakshmanayoradhe.
Tvat Sute Varaye Nrupa
Tatsute Varaye Nrupa.
Sadrushabhyam Narasreshta
Sadrusabhyam Narasreshta.
Sadrushe Datumarhasi.
Sadruse Datu Marhasi.
So Adi Vamsha Vishuddhanam. Vishuddhihi means pure. First, Shuddhi itself is pure. Vishuddhihi, Visheshena Shuddhihi. Especially pure. Adi Vamsha Vishuddhanam. Of such pure people right from the beginning. Adi Vamsha Vishuddhanam. Rajnyam Paramadharminam. Of those great Paramadharmika Rajas who are pristinely pure people right from the very beginning of their lineage, Ikshvaku Kulajatanam, of those born in the Ikshvaku's dynasties, who was the first humanly person that they have recognized of the Vivaswan Manu, of the Manu, Veeranam, very valorous people, Satyavadinam, sticking to reality, no matter what. Rama Lakshmanayor Arthe, of that lineage, for the purpose or for the sake of Rama and Lakshmana, Tvat Sute Varaye Nrupa, O king, we are seeking your daughter. Sadrushabhyam Narasreshta, Sadrushe Datumarhasi. He's ending his introduction, or he's ending his proposal. Vasishtha is ending his proposal. The great what do you call, a great motivating line. He says, Sadrushabhyam Narasreshta Sadrushe Datumarhasi. For the two Rama and Lakshmana, give like-minded daughters. Sadrushabhyam is Dvivachanam, means for the two who are looking alike. Sadrushe, Strilinga Dvivachanam. Sadrushe Datumarhasi. You can give two like-minded, two equally looking. So Sadrushabhyam Sadrushaha. In Telugu we say Samaviyam, or means it should be among equals. Beautifully looking Rama should have a beautifully looking Sita. Strong standing by Lakshmana should have a strong will-powered lady whose name will come later in our next chapters. But Urmila, we all know, right? And that's how their characters are. Rama is an outgoing person for the people. Sita is also an outgoing lady, motivating Rama always to go out and fight and all of that for the people. Lakshmana always stands for Rama. And so Urmila knows it. And she said, all right, you go, I will take whatever it takes and I'll stay back here. Right? So that is the Sadrushabhyam Narasreshta Sadrushe Datumarhasi. Ityarshe Srimad Ramayane
Srimad Ramayane
Valmikiye Adikavye
Adikavye
Balakande
Balakande
Saptatitamas Sargah.
Saptatitamas Sargah.
Very good. We have completed the 70th Sarga after so long. Another 7 Sargas will be completing Balakanda, 77 Sargas. So, anybody has anything to say today?
I think this Sarga is primarily describes your entire lineage in one Sarga, I think.
Correct. And the next Sarga will Janaka will propose his Purohita Shatananda to read or to narrate the lineage of their. So Janaka's lineage also will be in the next Sarga.
Yeah, and this lineage is only primarily they picked up important names, could have been important names, right? Not entire lineage could have explained here.
No, in this sarga is in entirety. Because in somewhere in Kora, I read a question by somebody asking, oh, in this Balakanda sarga, where they've listed so many names. In another sarga, not all the names are listed. That is because there they took only some of the prominent names. But in this specific sarga, the entire list is mentioned. And that's why you'll see so many names there. It's too dark here. Are you able to see me? Whatever.
It's dark actually. It's dark.
It's dark. I didn't turn on the light here. Let me see. But I will now be in backlight. Okay.
Yeah.
Recently, just wanted to share this. I'm sure few of you already know. There was this one person who kind of took 7 years off from his professional life, and he kind of did research on Ramayana and came with a book called Tawasmi.
Mhm.
So basically he wanted to write book for the kids. So Ramayana, the one which he has written is only for the, I mean, he kind of brought it in such a way that a daughter's talking to a father talking to a daughter about Ramayana and discussing the characters of each character in Ramayana and various learnings, right? I mean, there are so many misconceptions in Ramayana which we see today, right? About Rama sending to Sitama to to forest, right? Is it true, right? What is actually shown? Ravana didn't touch Sitama. Is it true? All those things kind of he explains. Keeping Valmiki Ramayana as a base. It's a 4-volume book actually, a very nice book. His name is Sri Ram Chakradhar. He kind of that book was inaugurated by Venkaiah Naidu ji in 2020 or 2021. That is available in Kindle also and hard book also. I mean, if you want to gift it to your kids, grandkids, or must have a copy for you, you should have it, right? Definitely.
What is the book name again? Sorry.
Tawasmi, Thavasmi, Tawasmi. I can share you the link.
Yeah, sure. That's in English, right? Tawasmi.
It's in English, yeah. So it says life and skills through the lens of Ramayana. So what are the lives? How do you live a good life, and what are the skills, life skills, through the lens of Ramayana? It's a series. Yeah, it's a 4-book series actually.
Very good. Yeah. But in addition to giving the gift of such books, we should also let them know to read the original Ramayana.
Absolutely, yeah.
At least
I mean,
as a courtesy. Otherwise, Valmiki, how do we go with our Rishi Ranam?
Absolutely.
In the lineage, I had a question actually. Like there was a Harishchandra also in the lineage, right? Who is the son of Trishanku. Is the same Harishchandra what we talk about, or is a different Harishchandra? Satya Harishchandra.
Correct. He also belongs in the same lineage.
It's not referred in this sarga though.
Correct. I don't know if Harishchandra. See, Harishchandra comes more in the Puranas, not necessarily in Ramayanam, right?
Right. Yeah.
So, yeah, but we know that it is the same Harishchandra in the lineage of same Ikshvakus, or in the same lineage of Rama. That much we know, but yeah, it is not mentioned here. You're right. Satyavadinaha. That's the beauty of their lineage. Sticking to promise, sticking to reality, no matter what.
Yeah.
Astu. Sushachate Sudinanchate for those in the West, and Shubhasayam for those in India, which is myself and my mother here.
Okay, bro. Namaste. Have a good day.
Namaste. Namaste. Yeah.
Subham Bhuyat Ayushman Bhava. Swasti.
Namaste.